You guys, that was the coolest experience ever. We were not planning on that. JD asked if he could, if they were doing the ceremony, and the guy thought he meant, can I help with the ceremony? So he let us help. All right, it's our first full official day in DC. Rocky, look this way. Rocky, say hello. Rocky, there they are. Good morning, world. Good morning. He already woke up from his first nap. It's only 9:30 our time, but it's 11:30 here, which means we didn't go to bed till 2 here. JD had to leave to get the car at 7 our time. I don't know, I'm so confused. But we are officially off. We're going to Mount Vernon today. Have you ever been to Mount Vernon? Comment below, let me know if you've been to Mount Vernon. I have been before, but I'm really excited to take my family back because none of them have been. So, Mount Vernon, for those of you that don't know, is George Washington's estate. He was away from it for like a long time. I think it said like 16 years if I remember right. But we're gonna go learn more about Mount Vernon today. Gonna be educational and cute. Anything's cute with this guy, huh? So before we go, can you say, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed. All right, let's go do it. All right, George himself, we're ready. Okay, the thing I love about this place is that everything is so gorgeous. Look at this. Like, just like these big windows. Oh, it's gorgeous. This is amazing.
Okay, walking into Washington's house. Here we go. Oh, is that the desk?
That's the presidential desk.
Really? Wow.
And that's the fan chair. See the pedals on the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
You ever
Wow.
get tempted to just take a seat?
I am, and then I think, I want to keep my job. Original presidential desk.
Wow. And so was this book like just built in?
Yes, yeah, that's how it was done.
Wow, that is so cool.
My heart is just touching it.
Oh. This is original.
Alright, here's something I bet you didn't know about George Washington's house. So this is paint that they throw sand at. Underneath it is like 80% of the house is the original wood still.
Oh yeah, look.
And look at this, they're over here, stripping it off here, and then they'll do it again. So this is what it looks like under here. But that preserves the wood so well, even in this humid climate. I bet you didn't know that.
So this is the kitchen / oven room, right? To keep it out of the house.
Oh look, stairs.
Oh yeah, it's upstairs.
So when I think about our first trip 4 years ago to Washington, D.C., just JD and I came for our anniversary, I think about two moments. One was at the feet of Abraham Lincoln, and it was probably like 11 midnight, and we just sat there in silence. And then I also think about this moment here on the back patio of George Washington's estate. And I hope you guys, like, through the camera can feel the peace. Like, the first president of the United States, like such an influential man. I can just picture him sitting out here pondering all the problems of the world. And I feel like as the problems of the world are more present in my mind now as a mother and as the events going on, all people have to have time to reflect on what we could do better and how to improve. So this is a view of the Potomac River from George Washington's back porch. Look at that adorable gate that came up here. Are you kidding me? And look, there's my cute boys.
Just tweeted.
Oh, good. Right back here. Here's the back of the mansion. Here's my two favorite boys. Look at this gate. So we are on our way down. Is it a wreath laying? Is that what we're going to? They're doing a wreath laying on George and Martha's tomb here, a tribute, in 11 minutes. So we are gonna skip a few of these other, that's important, need this, a few other places to get down to the tomb in time. This place is huge. Does anybody remember how many acres? Those are like 700 acres originally. It's crazy big. Plot twist, JD's saying 8,000 acres. We're gonna find out who's right here because there is a very large difference between the 5 farms.
So this is not just a tribute to the general, it's also a tribute to Mr. Washington. So everyone knows Washington's passion was farming. He was a farmer first, then he became a general, then he became a president. He didn't really want to be president, but he did anyway, and after 2 years he said that's enough. There's the peaceful transition of power from one elected official to another. He also gave up power when he decided not to be general anymore. Now, Mrs. Washington was very instrumental and very important to the general. She was there by his side during the presidency. She, of course, was by his side during the American Revolution. Now, Washington sadly died December 14th, back here, 1799, epiglottitis. They call it quinsy. So he's over here to the right in the sarcophagus. And then Mrs. Washington sadly died May 22nd, 1802. So she's on the left. Originally, all the Washington family was up at the old tomb. I don't know if any of you saw that coming down. There's 20 family members there. Washington wasn't exactly a big fan of it, so much so his will stipulated that a new tomb be built. He picked the location and he designed it. There's a plaque over here to my left that cites that. So they moved everyone over from the old tomb to this tomb 1831. And then in 1837, a gentleman by the name of John Struthers designed these two sarcophagi out front. He wanted those sarcophagi to go inside the vault, and if you come up later and look at the size of those and the size of that door, you can see that's not going to happen. So they had a little bit of they had to reshuffle. They left it out front, which I think is better for everyone paying tribute. However, they couldn't block the black door, which is why sadly Martha's tucked way over there to the left. Okay, so that's the reason why they're like that. Okay. Now, the way we do the ceremony is first we do the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, where's my reader? I'm sorry. I give you a preview so you can read it. You can look at it and study it. Yeah, you wouldn't read it. Of course you can. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. And then, what's your name?
Carla.
Carla's going to read the prayer. And these two folks, what's your name?
Michelle.
JD and Michelle are going to then bring the wreath. Do you have someone to take pictures for you guys?
I
You guys will come up there, Jan's going to read, then we'll do a picture taking, and then I'll open everything up and people come up, okay?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Perfect. Wonderful. Okay. So now, Carla, you take your mat. Carla's going to read again the letter. Sort of like the letter prayer, but we call it the letter.
George Washington's letter to the governors. I now make it my earnest prayer that God would have you and the state over which you preside in his holy protection, that he would incline the hearts of the citizens to cultivate a spirit of subordination and obedience to government, to entertain a brotherly affection and love for one another, for their fellow citizens of the United States at large, and particularly for their brethren who have served in the field. And finally, that he would most graciously be pleased to dispose all of us to do justice, to love mercy, and to demean ourselves with that charity, humility, and pacific temper of mind, which were the characteristics of the divine author of our blessed religion, and without an humble invitation of whose example in these things we can never hope to be a happy nation.
Wonderful. That was very good. Okay, so now this is the hardest part of all. I'm just kidding. So you guys just pick up either side and just back it in. All right, so we have the picture takers for these guys? Oh, you're up. Oh, God, yeah. All right. You got to stand there till 5 o'clock.
You guys, that was the coolest experience ever. We were not planning on that. JD asked if they were doing the ceremony, and the guy thought he meant, can I help with the ceremony? So he let us help with the wreath-laying. And as we were saying the pledge, and that 3-year-old was the one leading us, I was like, okay, all the tears, all the tears are coming. Oh, it's just, I'm feeling very grateful. Oh, he's a smiley face. Look at them bubbles on your chin, Rocco. Oh.
I love you.
You're right.
That's right.
JD's right.
8,000.
8,000
By the
acres.
time of his death, he held nearly 51,000
Wow. We made it. We made it back to the hotel. Oh my word. Come here.
I'm sleeping over here.
You're sleeping over here. We each have our own beds. We're in love, you guys. I promise we're in love. Are you really gonna sleep over there?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. I was gonna be offended for all of us. Okay, so we made it back to our hotel. It's only, I act like I have my watch on still. It's only like 9:30 our time, but it feels like a bazillion 30 and a half. I'm so tired. So we are going to bed. Tomorrow it is the National Mall. So that's not a shopping mall. That's like Abraham Lincoln, the reflection pool, the Washington Monument, all of that. So we're doing that, and we are also doing Arlington National Cemetery, which is probably one of my favorite things of all of DC. So make sure that you guys are subscribed so you do not miss that. To my children at home, when you watch this, Mom is thinking of you. I love you and I miss you. Dad's also thinking of you. You guys, we're thinking of you guys too. Thanks for being part of our team, part of our family. We will see you tomorrow.